Hi. It's so good to see you.
Woohoo! We're here. We're here. I'm so excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to spend some time with you guys. I'm just really excited.
I'm ready. I'm ready. My reading has been like so sad this month so far. I read like crazy last month, and then this month it's like not
Maybe
so much.
not.
I feel like I've been off and
Hi,
on.
Shaza.
Mama! Yeah, last month I read really well, I think. And then this month it's been sort of off and on. And I'm in like this week, it's just been school started. So like it's busy. My brain is busy. And so I have been reading, but just not as much as I would like to be reading because I actually feel like reading, but just
Yeah.
not enough time.
Yeah. Hi, Kayla. Big Brother is on, so I'll be back when it's over. Fair
That's
enough.
good.
Hi.
Hey, Amy. Hey,
How
so
are
Paige,
you?
how's your reading been going? I'm curious if you've gotten burnt out
Yeah,
yet.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
What's everybody reading tonight?
Ah,
Ray Bearer.
This is the group book for Voltathon, so I will be having a discussion with it on Monday, so need to get it done.
what are you thinking so far?
I'm really enjoying it. It's so beautiful. Yeah.
You
What's
read
that
it
one
now?
about?
Oh no.
It's this girl is created by her mother and like a mythical being, and she's sent to kill the prince.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like she cannot disobey her mother,
Ugh.
and it's
Wow.
African inspired fantasy with their political machinations in it as well. So there's a lot going on, and it's really juicy.
That's so cool.
Is the mother like what was her name? Lady Gothel or something from
Yeah, 100%.
Elf?
She's Mother Gothel.
Mother Gothel, that's her name, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I was like that's what it sounded like.
she is called the Lady in this.
Lady. I
What's the
like that
Lady.
Mother
kind of
Gothel
character.
reference?
You know Tangled, the Rapunzel movie?
Oh,
Disney?
okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that kind of character, so I gotta see if that's on my list of to be read at some point. I'm sure it
And it's
is.
only a duology
That's nice.
for
It
now.
is.
That
I do
is
want to read
nice.
it at some point.
Hi, Magda.
Hey,
How are you?
Magda.
Hello.
Ruby's here.
Ruby.
Hi.
Are you talking about Ella Enchanted? They were
I
talking
mean,
about Ray
similar.
Bearer.
Similar.
Is it?
Uh, I'm reading and loving Times Convert. I almost said Times Convent, but then I didn't.
The two of you cannot get that right.
I think
It's not
Jean
gonna
was
happen.
calling it something funny too. What was I can't think of it now. I would have to pull up our chat. But yeah, it's not just me. It's not just Paige. Oh
Everybody.
my gosh.
I'm glad to hear you're loving it so far. I have not. I still got so many books to finish up before I start that one, but I do want to start it soon. Now, luckily, it's shorter than some of the other ones.
Mhm. Yeah, I my plan for tonight cuz I've been reading A Winter's Promise.
Oh, that's a big one.
So I'm on like I'm gosh, I'm just about halfway. I'm on 231. So if I'm going to continue with that, but then if I get kind of if I need to switch it up because I'm not bored with it, it's just a slower read. So if I need to switch it up, like if I'm getting tired or something like that, I'm going to start Times Convert.
Are you enjoying it so far, though? Because I've heard such mixed things about Winter's Promise.
I am enjoying it, and it is the premise is like not anything like I've ever read before, so I do enjoy that. I do enjoy how unique it is and how fantastical it is. Um, but yeah, it's just slower. That's all there is to it. Like we're just kind of, I don't know how else to say it. It's just a slower paced book.
Right. Okay.
So
Which isn't
I'm still
necessarily a bad
interested.
thing.
I still would like
Yeah.
to know what happens with these characters, but I don't know yet
Yeah.
by any
Okay.
means. So
Okay. And
yeah,
you're halfway through. Like,
I'm halfway through. Yeah,
yeah.
I know, but it's okay.
Setting a
It's
vibe.
it's kind of, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
It's setting a vibe.
Yeah, it is setting a vibe, and I like the vibe. Like I like just sitting with this setting and with these characters. Like I don't mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, if you're looking for something like super action packed and just like a page turner, I
Not
would
gonna
not
be it.
say.
Mm.
I would not say this
Okay.
is it. I'm reading Free Food for Millionaires by Min Jin Lee. That
Never heard of that one.
no, I
Author of
haven't either. Is
Pachinko,
it
I
good?
think.
Do you like it?
Author of what?
Um,
Oh, Pachinko. Okay, okay, okay.
I think I'm double
Yeah,
checking
you're right.
my.
No, you're right. I just looked it up.
Shaza is trying to finish The Space Between Worlds, but is not liking it too much right now.
Yeah, so she was really enjoying it when she first started reading it, but then it took like a turn or a twist that made it darker than, and Mom's been, ever since she's been getting, I don't want to say like getting older, but since she's been getting older, darker stories have not been as enjoyable for her. So like things that she would have enjoyed in the past
Yeah.
make her a lot more uncomfortable now. And so I think that put her at a point where she's just like a little deterred, but she's going to finish it because it's got to go back to the library. But yeah, so she's been noticing, and I'm just speaking for her because um, it's quicker this way. She doesn't have to type too fast.
That's
But yeah,
okay.
she just isn't enjoying the darker stories as much, and so
Yeah,
I think
I
that
understand.
she prefers the light and fluffies.
Yeah, I understand that. Amy says, I'm reading Kittens, Cupcakes, and Complications.
That sounds so
Oh
fun.
my, so cozy. A cozy paranormal mystery.
Oh, that
That is
sounds so
interesting.
cute. Yeah, I like that.
That is interesting. Hi, Alicia. I'm reading Her Majesty's Royal Coven.
I'm jealous.
Well,
That
that
one sounds
sounds like
so
something I
good.
would like.
Yeah,
I don't,
uh,
that has all the things. That
yeah,
has that has
I know.
royalty, that has witches, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's one
That's
I
cool.
also am like, oh, nope, I gotta read Babel first.
I haven't even heard of that one yet. Oh my gosh, where have I been?
By Juno Dawson.
Juno Dawson.
The cover is
Um,
bioluminescent pink.
Mm-hmm.
oh, nice.
I'll show you a picture.
Uh, Ruby says to Shaza, I loved that book. I'm sorry you're not having a great time with it. Yeah, Magda said too. I got to the part where she is being asked to do something dark, and I don't like what she's supposed to do. Yeah. Ooh, look at that! Oh my gosh! You guys, I swear I've not been living in a hole or under a rock. Holy cow. Looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it does get pretty dark, doesn't it? About Sharon's book.
Oh, here's another edition.
Oh, it's yellow and pink and black.
That's a Fairy Loot edition, I believe.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
that's gorgeous.
Neat.
I think I like that one even better.
Amy just published her. Oh, sorry, Paige. Do you want
No,
to
no,
go ahead?
you go.
Amy just published her August wrap up. Finally. Yeah, I relate to this a lot because I still need to edit my last reading vlog of August. Oh my gosh. I might one day. It's fine. It's fine, guys. I'm still here. That's all you need to know. I'm still alive. I'm still reading. That's all. The end.
Good. That's all that matters.
Oh, Paige, what were you gonna say?
Speaking of Fairy Loot, they've just announced that they're doing the Lunar Chronicles.
What? Oh my gosh. I have
Really?
been waiting. Like, I check my Fairy Loot emails, like, just on the off chance that they might do
It's
the
happening.
Lunar Chronicles. Holy
It's
crap!
110 USD
Stop it.
for
Hey,
like
For the whole
the
set, though,
series.
right?
will
Yeah.
it be out before Christmas? Because
Yeah.
Does
I
that
have some
include the
people
two
I could.
books? The
No,
Stars
I
Above?
don't think so.
Oh, really?
Oh, it
It
doesn't. And
should.
Ferris?
And
I
Ferris?
haven't
No.
I haven't deep dived. I saw that it was
Paige!
110 US plus shipping, and I'm like,
We were,
well,
we were
nah.
counting on your research. It's okay. No, I'm kidding. No pressure. I will look it up.
Paige is
I'm
such
not
a good
lazy.
researcher.
Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Hi. I'm finishing up window shopping, then switching to Times Convert. Yes. Yes. We
I'm
will.
hoping to get to window shopping at some point. Wink,
What's
wink.
that one about?
It's this cute little short. It's a Christmassy one, I thought, though. Come on.
Oh.
No, it's just
A
before.
romance
Oh,
by
cute.
Tessa Bailey. And my mom said
Yeah.
it's actually a lot more in depth than just like it's not just a sweet little romance. There's actually a lot of
Okay.
some difficult contents and stuff in here too.
Oh.
But it's nice and short,
That's
and
okay.
it's supposed to be pretty good. Actually, I think a lot of people have been enjoying it. Mom liked it.
Oh, this reminds me, Paige,
Mm.
my sister just finished Well Met,
Hey!
and she freaking loved it so much, and she didn't even realize that it was a series. And I was like, hey sis, you know that's a series, because she's like, oh, I'm gonna have to look up this author, I'm gonna have to read some of her other stuff. I'm like, hey, you know that's a series, right? And she's like, I took a screenshot of like the Goodreads like books 1 through 4 and sent it to her, and she's like, "Oh my gosh." Like I just like blew her mind. So, good job, Paige. Good recommendation for sure.
Glad I could help.
Yes.
That might happen for me soon too.
What,
You
still haven't read Well Met, Amy?
I know. It's like on my 5-star
It's okay.
prediction.
I'm not book
books.
shaming you.
I'm so used to it by now. I just take it in stride.
Oh, I'm just kidding. There's just too many books.
There's just
I only finished my 5-star predictions from halfway through last year.
You did?
Well,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
I know you probably feel like you should have already
I
had it
finished
done,
all
but
of them. Yeah.
that's amazing.
And then we've got these 3, which are not on a TBR as of yet, for this year's version that I put out in January.
oh my gosh.
I've been very behind.
No, that's on top of things.
It's fine.
No, that's not on top of things for me.
For me? For me, I'm like, wow.
No, I think you're doing great. Yeah. I was like hoping to have my 1-year BookTube anniversary recommendations. There were only 10 of them. Read by this November 1st, and guess what?
Didn't do it.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh.
That was cute. That was a good idea.
It was so cute.
It was so cute.
It was very fun.
Alicia says, it's been good, but I have had some personal issues with it that is pulling me out of the story. And that was about
Her Majesty's Royal Coven.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting, huh? Okay, I wonder how that. Okay, good to know. Personal issues though, so might not be the same for everybody else having issues with those things, but
yeah, I'm kind of curious about that too.
Yeah.
If you want to share, if you think it's up to you. Sharon says, I loved window shopping, meaning people who get in trouble can come out okay. I think I remember you reading this.
Oh.
Was this on like
Probably.
you guys like year-long favorites, or like how do I know that she read this book? I feel like
It might have
know
been in a vlog at some point.
I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well Met is so good. Amy, you will love it.
Oh, I mean, it's 5-star prediction. Like, I plan on loving
Renaissance Fair, romance.
I will love it.
What more do you want? Look, see? There you go.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to love it.
I love the Well Met series. I haven't I haven't read any more books in it, but I think I had an issue because I gave it 4 stars, and I think I had an issue with the male main character. But
Like, just wasn't for you,
on the
or
spot, I
drove
don't
you
remember
nuts.
exactly what the issue was. Yeah, it wasn't enough to be like, "Oh, I don't like this." It wasn't. It was good. It was good enough for me to pass on to my sister. Okay. Okay. Uh, love anything with Renaissance Fair. Yes.
There's
Yes.
not enough books with Renaissance Fair in it. Should we? This is an issue. This is something. Does anybody have any Renaissance Fair
I was gonna say, should we compile a
recommendations?
list? Yeah,
There's probably not much.
we'll start a shelf
Books.
dedicated to
Featuring Renaissance fairs.
Fair books.
Well, I will go ahead and tell you that I am reading The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. Ooh.
I have this book. Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Did
you
you
love
get it
it?
from Book of the Month?
Yeah.
I got
did.
it for $3
Yahoo!
At a thrift store. Somebody from, I guess, read it and then gave it to the thrift
Okay.
store.
But
Or
I haven't read it
bookstore.
yet. Do
Well, I
you
haven't read it
do you
either
read
yet.
Oh,
So,
I thought you were like, "I am reading it," but you're saying you're just starting it.
no, I'm 46 pages in. It's on my TBR, so I have to read at least 100 pages of it.
Do you like it so far?
Yeah, so far, so I read this as the last book in a readathon, the 69-hour readathon. And so I was exhausted by then. No, I read it. That wasn't the last book I read, but it was the book I read like before going to sleep. On pages drops were at 7 p.m. for me, and so I started reading it at 7 p.m. and I was so tired that night that I read 46 pages, and then I fell asleep. But during that time I was reading it, it wasn't boring because I love Gothic novels, just love Gothic novels. But I was falling asleep because I was just so tired. So I think it probably warrants going back over and rereading the first part, but I don't know if I necessarily need to because I feel like I remember it quite a bit. So I was enjoying it, and I think I'm gonna like the characters. There's the main character Beatrice, and then there's this other character who's he's becoming a priest, and I think I'm really gonna like his character.
Yeah,
So
that sounds
yeah,
good. I
so
just
we'll
thought
see.
the cover was like, really good.
Yeah. The cover was awesome, and well, I had heard Kayla from Books and Lala really liked this, and I think somebody else reviewed it fairly recently and also really liked it.
I feel like somebody said it was atmospheric, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's one of my buzzwords.
Well, and I'm just a sucker for Gothic novels. Like
Yeah.
I don't, and I think I said it in my recent video. I'm like, I don't think I've met a Gothic novel that I have hated. There may have been some that I wasn't crazy about, but I think I have enjoyed every single one I've read. Like at least a 3.5 star, if
That's
not
awesome.
more. So like, it's just, I guess it's one of my favorite genres. Hey, I'm figuring out what some of my
Look
favorite
at
genres.
you. Look at
I thought
you. Look at you. Sorry, I'm skipping a couple. I'll come back. Hi, Jean.
Hi, Jean.
How are you?
We were talking about you earlier. Were your ears burning?
Jean, what did you call Times Convert? Because I can't remember, and we were just talking about how we couldn't get the name right. Okay. There we go. I'm getting there. Main character changes in each book.
Of Well Met series.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
They're not. It's more companions than direct sequels.
Okay. That's good to know.
So far, yes, but it's too soon to tell.
So far, so good. Okay, so Alicia said, my problem with Her Majesty's Royal Coven isn't anything crazy. I think it's just a fantasy that is set too much in modern times, and the modern issues throw me off from the fantasy aspect. Yeah, I could see that. Jean says, today, both Times Convert and Dear Edward came in from the library. Oh my goodness. Putting Dear Edward back on hold and reading Times Convert. Yeah, Jean and I were supposed to read Dear Edward together, but we're both having to put it off a little while longer.
Well, you're
Yeah.
reading Winter's Promise. I mean, that's a hefty book.
I mean, it's a month-long commitment. Let's just get real. Like, yeah. World convert and times convention.
I like
Yeah.
Times Convention. That's great.
Creative. What? Okay,
Yeah.
so we made it to the end of comments. I'm not gonna roll or anything. Are you guys fine with just sprinting till the top of the hour?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with that. I'm just trying to simplify my life over here.
You also need to read the Life and Times of The Life and Medieval Times of Kit Sweetly by Jamie Paxton.
The Life and Medieval Times.
Is that for both of us or one of us in particular?
Both
Or?
of you.
Okay, I need to write it down. Tell me again. The Life and Times
Of Kit Sweetly by Jamie Paxton.
Jamie Paxton.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute!
Spell the last name. Kit what now?
Who? Sweetly.
Sweetly?
SW. Sweet. Like a lolly
Oh,
sweet.
cute.
Oh,
Okay. I wrote it down.
Contemporary YA.
Before we go, hi Katie.
Hello.
Hi, evening everyone. Just joining in, ready to read. Good. Go ahead and tell us what you're reading in the comments if you want to, and we are going to mute ourselves and read until the top of the hour. Okay? See you then.
Hello.
Hey there. Are you back?
I'm back. I'm back.
I'm back.
How's it going? How'd your reading go? How'd everybody's reading go? Oh, what's your shirt say?
Disney cat lady, and it has like all the Disney cats on it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, you can see it.
Oh,
Yeah, there's too
yes.
much of a glare, but like
Yeah.
Figaro's on there and everybody.
So
Cy and Am are on there.
too cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
What's that other? Is that Oliver? Like
Yeah.
Oliver and Company? Yeah, he's on there.
I'm a fan of the Aristocats. Who else is on there? Is
Oh yeah.
Lucifer on there?
Who is it?
Lucifer from Cinderella?
Oh.
Cat.
Oh. Actually, the Cheshire Cat's on here, but I don't see. No, I don't see Lucifer.
Well, that's just rude.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Gosh, what the heck? How did
You okay there,
how?
bitch?
Oh
You
my!
scared the bloody Jesus out of me.
When you said hello, we're back.
I was editing and
Oh
like
my gosh!
Ash was talking, and then I've just heard hello, and I was like, where did this come from? What is happening? Because I wasn't paying attention to the time.
Oh,
Woo!
surprise!
Woo! Hello! And so I'm just taking a
Oh,
moment to slow my heart rate down from 120 beats per minute to 60.
how did everyone do reading?
I got 15 pages in.
You did
And the
good.
action's picking up quick. Like,
Really?
I mean, I wouldn't say action, but like this house is obviously, the hacienda is obviously a scary place. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
And Paige was
apparently,
editing.
yeah.
I read 24 pages and then dove into editing.
Okay.
You're so good.
She's amazing. What were you
Um,
gonna say, Amy?
I was gonna say, apparently this book is like not based off of, but similar to, or like a reimagining of Rebecca,
Oh, that's interesting.
is what I've read. Like this is, meant to be.
So are we missing out if we haven't read Rebecca?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's exactly the same as that. I just know that one of the things I had read was that this is similar to Rebecca. And starting it out, yeah, it definitely is. There's elements to it that are very similar to Rebecca.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
How about you?
Jean?
How'd you do?
I only got like 7 pages. I have like I had to change clothes because I wasn't in my comfy clothes yet. I braided my hair because Mark put a fire in the fire pit outside. And
Ooh.
so like I'm anticipating going out there eventually, but I don't want my hair like smelling all like fire pit. So I'm hoping the braid will help. uh yeah, and then yeah, just I was helping Mia because she's like getting all of her s'mores. We're like in full like fall mode
Yeah.
here. Like today was like yesterday was the first day of fall, but it was still hot. And then like overnight the temperature really dropped and it's like, oh, it's wonderful outside, like damp and cool and like my mother sent me a message and she's like, "Oh, we had to turn on the fireplace." And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, this is so
Oh,
awesome."
I love that.
So, yeah. So anyway, I had a couple distractions, but
It's
I
all
still read
good.
7 pages and I do feel like maybe something is starting to happen. So
Oh,
that's
cool.
the main male character, fun fact, is called Thorn, which, I love me
Yes.
some Thorn.
Yes.
So, yeah, he's finally, like, actually having some dialogue and stuff, so I'm like, "Okay. Okay. Cool." Yeah.
That's great. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
Yes. Right, I know. This is commitment, okay?
Yeah.
This is
Oh, yeah.
this is this is commitment here. Oh, sorry. I meant to show that. Jean says, "I've been having a hard time reading multiple books at the same time," and I'm feeling that too.
That's the way I survive.
Yeah, I'm going through a phase of, like, needing to commit to one, which I haven't been there in a long time, but that's where I'm at right now.
I try to get back to that, but then I find myself picking up books. I just I don't think I can read one book at a time.
It's okay. Everybody has to do their own thing, but yeah.
I think because I listen to the audiobook while I physically read along, I only have the choice of one book at a time.
Right.
Mm.
Unless I'm like reading anthology alongside, but I rarely ever do, and I'll usually just end up binging the anthology.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like you have the intention of reading like one story a day, but the reality is you just end up reading the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I don't know, because I felt like I used to be a multiple book person, but now I'm like, no, that's not at all how I go. I am.
Yeah, one book, next book, next book. Yeah, I hear you.
But I also read a book in 2 days.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
not like I'm trying to juggle all the things. And for readathons, I do
Juggling
not
all-
start multiple ones. I will just collate them and fit them together and squish the prompts to make it work.
Yeah, that's just smart. Like I can't be that smart.
Because I'm like, then I'm not starting them, and then I don't feel obligated to finish them.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I actually got 3 books done during the 69-hour readathon.
Yay!
Of course, 2 of them were
That
graphic
was
novels,
so
but
much fun watching your vlog.
we're so silly. It was fun though. We had a really thank you so much, Paige. That was so much fun.
I'm glad.
It was great.
It's
I'm
awesome.
sad to see it go. The Not Safe for Workathon, which Paige hosted. Paige not hosted, but came up with you hosted, but you also came up with the concept.
There's don't worry. You'll be fine.
So many
There's other
readathons.
things. There's other things in the works.
Yeah.
January.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Amy's like, you guys know something I don't know. Oh, this is fun. I like this.
This is great. I'm enjoying this.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wait, what? Oh man. Jean says just finished Firekeeper's Daughter. It was so good.
I have heard similar
That's
thoughts.
been on my radar. Paige is laughing at me, just like we're transitioning. We're transitioning.
Unbelievable.
I am having the best time right now.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
Amy's like, I thought we were close.
I thought you guys loved me. I don't know. I guess.
Oh.
Let's move on to the next comment.
I did. I read it. Jean just finished Firekeeper's Daughter, and it was really good. I want to read that one too.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about that one. I've been tempted to pick it up a couple of times to just own it, and I'm like, no, Amy, you don't need to keep picking up books you're not going to get to for another year and a half. So, yeah. You guys, stop with the facial expression.
Paige is like,
I have tears.
Katie's reading A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin.
I got that recently in an Al Crate Junior box, but I've heard such mixed things about that series. Have either of you guys read it?
Haven't read it. Heard the Readalongs that dissolved rapidly after the second book.
Oh no!
So there was like a whole readathon going for the entire Earthsea trilogy, and everyone bailed out after the second book. They were just like, "No, we're not going to do this. This is shit."
But I know other people who loved it. So,
I know, but they weren't part of that read-along, apparently.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I'm doing the Narnia read-along right now with Christine, and Gavin just put out his Narnia vlog, and I haven't watched the whole thing, but I want to watch it at some point. I started watching it, and then I know that Mel from Mel Reads put one out too, and based on the thumbnail, I don't think Mel loved it either. And like, it seems like both of them hated it, and I'm like,
What?
I mean,
What?
it's not 5 stars for me, but I'm not hating it at all. Like, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm giving all the books at least. I think only one has had like a 3.75, but all the books have been at least 4 stars for me because they have got a lot of merit. But it's just so funny that they're hating it, like hate it.
And they were doing they organized to
Yeah.
do that together. And then you
Yeah.
have me who read them like a couple of years ago, and I'm like, looking back, I gave them 4 stars. They're probably a 3. I hate religious analogies in books.
See, I love, like, I have loved everything that I've ever read by C.S.
And C.S.
Lewis.
Lewis.
Like,
Have you read any of the adult ones yet?
I've read Mere Christianity, and I don't know.
I know he did like a sci-fi series.
Oh yeah, I'm blanking on what it is, but yeah. Anyway, I love them, but also maybe it's because of my faith. I don't know. Could
No,
be.
I mean I'm not a religious person, and I've been enjoying them. And the religious elements to it haven't been swaying my feelings about this story. So I think it's just a matter of like I don't typically love classic middle grade fantasy. I have been finding that is not a genre or not an part of that genre that I've loved. But this one I like a lot more than some of the other ones I've read. So like I've got to say like these ones I'm enjoying, whereas I did not enjoy Neverending Story. I really didn't enjoy some of the other ones I wasn't even a big fan of Hobbit. Lord of the Rings, okay, not my favorite series, like so I'm enjoying Narnia. The only problem is, Paige, you had mentioned in your series video that you're not a big fan of reading, like binging on a series.
Yeah.
And I'm not either. So like part of me is like, I'm only getting tired of some of these Narnia books at times when I don't feel like reading the next in the series. Like I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I need to take a break, but I can't because I'm running this read along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And it's interesting because like I was thinking on that discussion because we did Lunar Chronicles back to back, didn't we?
We did,
But
one month after the other.
Like I know some people found that they burnt out and that's why we decided to split. But I didn't have that problem with them.
I didn't either. Yeah, you're right.
But then we've got Mortal Instruments that I'm struggling with reading every other month. But I would have happily read Discovery of Witches back to back. So
maybe it just depends on the series.
Yeah, and like obviously I enjoyed Discovery tenfold more than Mortal. But I'm just like,
that might be it too. Just level of enjoyment, and like I said, typically classic middle grade fantasy is not my favorite. I'm finding more and more. So that's why I'm a little bit worried about Wizardiversity, because I'm like, well, it's not really a period of time when fantasy was written that I enjoy that much. So like it'll be interesting to see how I feel, because I do have the book, so I'll read it at some point, at least the first one. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm just going to go in with low expectations.
I would love to see your opinion on the Septimus Heap series by Angie Sage, like Magic, Flight, but they got published in 2005, so they're not classic fantasy, but they're like got that nostalgic sort of vibe.
Oh, you've been reading that one, Magic, right.
Yeah. And I feel like you'd enjoy that more than the classic.
Okay. Is that middle grade?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put it on my list.
Have recommendations. Read all the things.
More books to my... I'm not even worried about my... Well, it's other people that are worried about my my huge want to read list. I don't care. Okay. Sorry.
Mr. Rorasary's here.
Hi.
Shazza says, read 26 pages and my stomach is weak. I hate the idea of.
Yeah, so mom uses that term like we would all know it, but I've never heard the term wet work until she explained that it's like a hitman. Like being a hitman and killing off people.
Okay.
Oh.
I will finish this, just not enjoying right now.
That's
Oh.
the space between worlds, yeah.
Hmm. Got distracted by the internet. Yes. And read a quarter of chapter 1. I feel like I have forgotten everyone.
Oh, this is Times Convert?
I think so.
Yeah.
Katie says, enjoying my book, but being a fantasy, there are so many names of places and people that are awkward to pronounce, and it makes me stumble over the words as I read. Yeah, especially like when you're starting out. I completely get that. Like when I read City of Brass, oh my gosh, I got hung up on like pronunciations in my head like so often. And then finally, I just decided on a way to say things and then just, pressed on. But yeah, like anytime you're in a new world, like, ooh, yeah, that
Yeah.
stuff trips you up for sure.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Ruby says 25 pages. What are you showing me?
Cast of characters and
They
their
have a
whole
glossary
Oh,
with
oh.
nice.
pronunciations.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
that's
that's nice.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to the audiobook, so I don't actually need
Is
it.
that City of Brass?
No, this is right there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Ruby says 25 pages. I'm enjoying it so far, but I thought it would be more historical, like Panchinko? Pa,
Pachinko.
pa,
Pachinko.
how do I say it?
Pachinko.
Pachinko? Pachinko?
Pachinko. You know what
Pachinko.
it reminds me of? Uh this is weird, but uh what was that show with Bob Barker?
The Price is Right.
Price is Right. Plinko. So pachinko sounds like plinko to me. So every time I hear pachinko, I
Pachinko.
think of the game Plinko, where they put the thing and it goes ding ding ding.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. That reminds me of a meme that I saw today. Uh, like Panchinko, but it takes place in the 90s in New York City, so just having to adjust some expectations.
Mm.
Okay.
90s was an interesting time, but
Yeah, for sure. Sandy says, read about 2 chapters, took the puppies out, made hot chocolate. It is so cold here. I put my hair in a braid too when I do a fire pit.
mm,
See? Logic. We got logic. We got logic up in here. Uh, but Sandy, where are you that it's so cold?
yeah, good. Isn't Sandy living in Canada? Like
Maybe
on
she
the
does.
east side? Don't you live on the east side, Sandy?
But Deborah does and over explains, so I'm right back. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Could see that.
You you won't be lost for long.
No.
Sandy's the same way. Always have multiple books going. Katie says I usually have 3 or 4 books I am in the middle of at one time. And Sandy says, "Poor Amy." I know. Feel like we're gonna get it. Like as soon as we go off the air, we're gonna get it, y'all. we've got we've got it coming. We read Firekeeper's Daughter for Work Book Club, which works well for the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Cool. Amy says, I read a chapter of a buddy read, Little House on the Prairie, and 7% of Kittens, Cupcakes, and Complications.
I really
And
want
took a
to read.
shower.
I really want to read more cozy mysteries that have fun names like that. Like maybe next year, at some point, I'll pick like a month where I just do fun named cozy mysteries because I'm like they
That's
always sound
cool.
so fun, but I don't pick up cozy mysteries typically. They're not, just not a book that they're not a type of book that I have commonly around me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They sound fun.
I haven't given up on cozy mysteries, but I have yet to find some that I really like jive with.
Okay.
So, um, okay. Yes. Jean says, Hilarious the cough January. What does that
This
mean?
is more about January and whenever you guys are
Oh,
How we're like,
okay. Yeah.
Hey, Kayla!
Hey, she's back. Yes, Septimus Heap.
I put it on my to be read at some point, someday.
Michael Ward's book Planet Narnia supposes that the 7 books in the Chronicles of Narnia are based on the characteristics of the 7 medieval planets. Jupiter, Mars, Sol, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and Luna, each book a different planet. That's interesting.
Let's look into that.
What are the next reads for the series October, November, December?
Well, we don't do it December because we need a break. And I do my Christmas, my 12 Days of Christmas Carol thing. So October is the City of Lost Souls, and November is the City of Heavenly Fire, which is gigantic. It's like 800 pages.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our next 2 reads, and those are both finishing off the Mortal Instruments series.
and we'll also be popping the 3rd Infernal Devices between that as well.
Right. The 2nd and 3rd we'll be doing as well.
For those who like punishment.
Paige is enjoying Infernal Devices a lot more than Mortal Instruments.
What?
I said Paige is enjoying it for Infernal Devices a lot more than Mortal Instruments.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Definitely.
Paige, do you read any books without the audiobook as well?
Nah. Yes, I do. It's just very rare. Like
Paige likes the immersive experience.
Yeah, and most of the time the ones that I don't read are ones that don't have an audiobook or graphic novels.
Yeah.
They like the very few that I will not. So like at the moment doing the physical and okay, let's just go out of the 142 things that I've read. Have I updated this? Yeah. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. I haven't put Huckleberry Finn, but that's fine. Out of the 142 things that I've read, I've only read 11 physical books and I've read 23 audiobooks. The rest have been audiobook, physical audio, or ebook audio. Okay. So that is 24% of my reading without an audiobook. The rest is with.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Magda says, I have been reading the Immortal series by Tamara Pierce and loving it. Middle grade fantasy, written late 80s and early 90s. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Have you read that series, or didn't you start that series, Paige? That was one of your. I know because of your series that you haven't finished yet.
That one is completed. I read the entire thing in the year.
Nice.
Personally, I'd start with Alana the First Adventurer, which is the first in the Song of the Lioness quartet and the first set in that universe. But technically, the Immortus series is Alana shows up in there. Yeah. So it's like an interconnected world. It's great. Highly recommend Tamora Pierce. They're like, yay!
Sandy's cold in Rhode Island.
Okay, so I don't know where I got Canada from, Sandy.
Jean is in Canada.
I know Jean is in Canada. I do know that for sure. But I really thought Sandy was too. But
temp drop, and it's very windy. 48 degrees right now.
An old brain.
Have you read Finley Donovan?
So,
it is cozy mystery adjacent and pretty funny. I've actually heard of this one. Oh my gosh.
I am going to be reading that at some point, but I'm not allowed to say when or where. Or why. Yeah. Just like you guys have January as some
who's keeping secret? Now who's keeping secret? Oh.
So there.
The intrigue. Oh my gosh. Like, you guys
So
thought you were here for sprints. No, you're here for
Here's for the
teaser
tea.
upon teaser upon teaser.
And tell
Oh
me
my
you're sorry
gosh.
about it? Absolutely not.
No,
am I
no,
supposed to
this
start with
is
Tamara Pierce?
this is how we get our kicks. Mm, um,
Which one do I start with Tamara Pierce? I want to put it in my thingy before I forget.
say what now?
Oh, am I not coming through? Which is the first one I'm supposed to start with on Tamara
Oh,
Pierce?
A Line of the First Adventurer.
Okay. Continue on. I'm sorry.
Katie had 98 degrees for the high yesterday.
Oof.
That's warm. We were that warm not long ago. Like probably last week.
Wow.
Maybe even earlier this week actually. Yeah. We had a big temperature drop. Infernal Devices was much better.
A lot of people
Much
like
better.
it.
Yes, Tamara Pierce. There is one monster in Wild Magic that gave me nightmares, though. Ooh, oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm,
I can, yep.
It's scary.
It's been
that's
5 years since I've read it, but I know exactly what you're talking
that
about.
comment like actually made me curious. Oh, that is messed up. Oh my gosh, wow.
Now she's gonna read it because there's a scary character in that will give you nightmares.
Ah, yeah. Oh, Magda says I've been reading the October Day series by Shannon McGuire. It's a fantasy mystery detective series set in San Francisco. It's become a cozy mystery because I've become so immersed into that world. Yeah, I mean, define cozy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it all depends on.
Magda, you're reading so many series. Ugh, I'm sad you're not on my team for Squash That series. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Magda, you're being recruited right now.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like number one Squash That series draft pick.
She really that'd be a smart choice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Nightmares. When I was 9, to be clear. Oh,
Mm.
oh, but I do still fear them. Wow.
Oh,
You know what? As an
Danielle.
adult, I read what?
There goes Danielle. She's like, I gotta read this series.
No, like as an adult, I read the Mismantle Chronicles. It was like about a squirrel, like a little squirrel. Like they were all like animals in this book, and it was kind of like fantasy kind of thing. And anyway, that gave me bad dreams, and I did not continue the series because of
Because
that
of the squirrel?
that book. Yeah, well, not because of the squirrel, but because of like the whole I don't even know what you would call it. Like it was kind of dark at times. Like no. And I think it's written for younger people.
Oh.
But yeah, it messed
Oh,
with my head. It messed with my head. So
that's
I
what I
didn't
thought about. What's that one? His in the Golden Compass, whatever the heck that series is called. I can't remember the first one. I'm like, this
Historic
isn't
Materials. I started watching it
real.
on um HBO Max. But I've never read the book, but I did start watching the show.
And I'm like, this is dark for kids, for little kids. I don't know about the show, but the book was. I thought.
The show hasn't scared me really.
Okay. Well, not scary, just there was a lot of like there was some pretty graphic fighting and violence. Like the violence was pretty graphic. I was like, this must be for much older middle grade.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but that's a personal opinion.
Interesting. Ruby, I am going back to read all her books. I don't oh,
Shauna
Tamara Pierce
McGuire.
books? Oh, Sean McGuire books. Okay. Jean says, I will be joining you guys for the City of Heavenly Fire.
I think I remember Jean saying that was the one that she was needing to read.
Kayla says Magda is already drafted to Bailey's team because we were fair about it when people signed up, not really
Right.
drafting. I know.
I forgot they did it
I made
randomly.
that up. I made that up. Uh, does that mean I'm on Bailey's team? Apparently you are on Bailey's team.
Magda
You
doesn't
didn't know
use
it, but
Discord, so I think she may not have seen it if you guys did the drafting on Discord. So now she knows.
oh my goodness. Okay. We should read again. Do you want to read to the top of the hour or do you want to read? How do you feel about that?
I think that sounds great.
Okay. We will do it.
I'm ready.
I might actually eat some supper
Oh, I meant
at
turkey.
8:30 at night. Why not? Okay, happy reading.
Yay.
very quietly. It's time to stop reading now, friends.
I actually paid attention to the time this time.
Oh my gosh. So I tried sushi. Like, I've tried it before, but it's like kind of one of those things that has been having to grow on me. And I just tried this like deep fried one called a kamikaze roll, and it was really good. Like, I think I'm coming around.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. Just gotta find the stuff you like.
Oh my gosh. I
I
didn't.
got distracted.
Did you? I didn't read. I committed that time to eating food.
I cooked food. It is now finished right when the time.
What'd you make?
Just pizza. Just cooked, like a Trader Joe's pizza.
That
And
sounds
so,
good.
yeah. And then I read 8 pages, and then my friend I have a textbook for my math class that hasn't come in yet. So my friend's giving me this, what I need for homework. And so she was trying to send it to me, and then I was figuring that stuff out. So back in the school mode.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you do, Paige?
Good. I unpacked my HelloFresh delivery, made a fresh cup of tea, and got a little bit more editing done.
Nice.
I think I'm just going to try it. I don't know, because I want to make progress, but I also want to just get this edited.
Yeah.
But because it's my TBR and Ash was involved this month and we just talk so fucking much, it takes so long to edit. It's an
Oh my
hour
gosh.
of footage.
Oh my
Normally my
god.
TBR videos are, well, they're still long. They're usually 45
Last one.
minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Um,
I don't want to
um,
read.
Jean says that you guys were reading Night Circus in November.
We
We
are.
are,
We are.
but that's more like a side quest. It's not part of
Yes.
the official book
Wait.
bookStara.
So November's the last book, yeah?
Yes, City of Heavenly Fire.
Okay, so
There she goes.
off she runs.
I've
I might have
recently
to
gotten some feedback on the Night Circus.
Oh, good or bad?
Where did I put it?
Just different, I think. Because
Ooh.
so Erin Morgenstern, she also wrote The Starless Sea. What is she showing us right now?
That's her November so far. Is that Clockwork the final one too?
Yeah.
Clockwork Angel or Prince?
Planning ahead. Anyway,
So who gave you the information?
my friend Jenna she's actually read both of them. So she's read The Starless Sea and just absolutely freaking loved
Love
it.
that.
Loved it. And then she just said that this one was just so much different than that one.
I've
And just
heard that it's you'll either love one and hate the other, or you'll love
Mhm.
both.
That's what I
really?
have heard. That is what I have heard. I've heard that as well.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
a
And
lot
I'm
of
like,
people
okay, should
say
I
that.
even start this with this one? But then
Oh yeah,
also
because it's
I think
different.
Chaz, I think Bookish Chaz loves this one. Of course, I also think he loved the Starless Sea, so
Yeah.
maybe he just loves
I
Aaron
bet
Morgenstern. I don't know.
I would say the majority, a lot of what I hear about them is that somebody, if you love the Night Circus, you don't love the Starless Sea. If you love Starless Sea, you don't love the Night Circus. But there are people who love both. So
Okay.
and there are people who
Okay.
don't like both. So
See, I
I'll probably like them.
said I liked the Starless Sea more than I actually did because it was hyped at the time.
Oh.
But looking back on it, I'm like,
I
eh.
didn't like it much.
Yeah. But this is our November stack, Amy.
You mean that's October?
That one, October. Yeah.
That
So
that month. One of those
in the
months.
Yeah,
next 2 months.
One of those months.
yeah, that's overwhelming. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. No, I might have
For
to
sure.
make
It's
November.
fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine, T-shirt, Amy.
Oh yeah, that's pages.
I know.
Oh, I need one too. Yeah.
I think we're gonna send you one.
Um, I think November might end up just warning everybody in advance that November might end up being a I gotta catch up month because then I have December as my yeah.
We can always ixnay.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we can put it off. I just asked Jean. I'm good at putting stuff off. It's fine.
So the thing is, like the Cassandra
You
Clare
don't
book.
have to.
Oh, I do. I've already planned that one. I planned for that one.
Again,
Night Circus.
what is
Night
that?
Circus is one of my 5-star predictions. So I gotta read it anyways. No, I'm just saying
Jonathan
like
Strange
November would be a
and
month where I don't do
Mr.
my game. Like I just read what I need to read.
Norrell.
Yeah, it's
Norrell.
about magicians. So
Oh,
like one
oh,
uptight older magician, and he's like the
oh.
last magician, and then there's like a new magician who's like young, and he's like, hey, I'm the new cool thing, and then they're like battling each other. Actually, it's very Night Circus. Like I think it's similar to like the concept of Night Circus, which is funny that we're reading one after the other. Yeah.
You guys are buddy reading that one too?
Well,
Yeah.
Paige is doing like a read along for that one.
Oh, okay.
The Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
Cool.
doing like how we did the stand
She's got
in
it all
April.
divided up.
And
Yeah.
you can either read 30 to 40 pages a day for the whole month, or if you want to read it in 16 days, it's 60 to 80 pages. So
Yeah. Just whatever you're feeling.
just casually.
Mine
Yeah.
is only 800 and something pages. Pages is like over 1,000.
Yeah, mine's 1,006 pages.
How does that work?
Yours is a bigger formatting with,
It must be, yeah.
because mine's a mass market paperback. But
Oh,
look at
yeah.
that flop.
Huge.
Oh.
Mm,
Good flop. Good
so
flop.
good. So good. So good.
Yeah, so Paige has an announcement video. It's called her chonk along. So in case anybody else wants to
Oh
join
God.
us,
Okay. Thank you for
or
drawing my attention to that because you guys know I'm on my own little planet right now.
you've been busy.
Um,
You've been so busy.
I hate it.
I understand.
But, you know, I just need to savor these days because one
Yeah,
day,
your baby
like
girl.
we've already, yeah, I was gonna say
What
we've already got one grown and out of the nest here.
Yeah.
Magda, you're for sure on Bailey's team.
For sure.
For sure.
Sadly for Kayla.
Oh, was it that good? That is amazing.
Gotta pick up this Her Majesty's Royal. I love books about witches. Like I do. I don't know why I don't
you
read more
do. I know you
next
do.
year. Not this year.
I missed the last chatty bit. Goodness knows what we were chatting about.
No.
We're just taunting Amy.
Our
Yeah, we're
favorite,
just
our favorite
big old
pastime. It's right. How much more school do you have left, Amy?
So I have this term of regular classes, and then my internship will start in January. So then I have 3 terms of internship. So I'll be done December 2023.
Wow.
But so
Oh my
you'll be done
gosh, so
studying
exciting.
at the end of this year? Like you won't have regular classes?
No, I might have some seminar classes, but they're all like
okay.
internship courses. So they're all like courses that have something to do with my internship. So I don't yet know what that means, but I know that like all the classes where I'm actually going to campus and sitting there in a lecture room or on Zoom, that'll be done by the end of this term. Everything else going forward is all my internship stuff. So
That's so exciting.
I'll be in a class all next year. So
Yeah.
it'll start winter. So I'll be coming into the class halfway through the year for the students, and then I'll work with the kids winter, spring, and then I'll have a whole new group of kids come fall that I'll be working with. So that'll be interesting because I get whole new kids.
I would just like die to be in your class.
It's gonna be fun. I hope. I mean, it's my first year, maybe 2 years is gonna be rough no matter what, because it's like rough for new teachers. Like, well, Paige knows. So
yeah, dude. I hope
Insert
that teacher
hysterical
dude you were talking about's okay.
What?
The teacher dude you were talking about the other day, the first year.
Oh yeah, I know. So I was telling Paige that my boss. So for the tribe that I used to work for, don't work for anymore because I'm not working while I'm finishing up my school. And she had gone to the school, the tribal school, and was meeting all the teachers and getting ready for the next coming school year. And she met the new fifth grade teacher. And she met him at the end of the day, like on his first week of working. And
Oh no.
she asked him, "How are you doing?" Because he looked like he looked like he was gonna sob, like he was about ready to cry. His face was all sweet, and he was a really small, petite guy, and he was just very. She's like, he just looked so young and so delicate. And I asked him how
Oh
he's
my
doing, and
gosh.
he said to her, he's like, I don't know if I can do this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
So
gosh.
just like this poor kid.
Oh,
Because I was thinking about it, and
wow.
he would have gotten his credentialing during the whole time COVID was online, so he wouldn't have
Yeah.
had
He would have
practicum.
never.
And
Oh,
people in
Wow.
those years had their internships online with students. So
oh,
like,
oh.
I know,
So
crazy,
much
huh?
trauma. So much trauma. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God,
Yeah.
that's a way to keep teachers around. Woo!
So I don't know how this guy's gonna do, but poor
Wow.
guy. Yep.
Oh, oh dear.
Ruby
Hmm.
had leftover curry.
Oh,
Noise.
I don't know if I've ever had curry. I have ever had curry.
oh, so good.
Is it good? I mean, it's
I've
probably
had
spicy, right?
It depends.
non-spicy curry.
Yeah.
It's not spicy?
It can be. It definitely can be.
Oh, okay.
And
But
there's
the
different
curry
types
I've
of
had.
curries.
I like spicy, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I've never had a super spicy curry, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Ash
it
and
can be
Mum
very.
live off green chicken curry, and I'm like, how are your faces not sweating off?
What's curry like made out of?
Uh, well, the thing is, curry's made out of tons of spices. So, like, they use like 26, 30 something spices to make curry. But there is a curry powder that is used.
Okay.
Um, but I've never made a curry, so I don't know.
Cool. Shazza read 21 pages and have to say it's getting better, thank goodness. The main character refuses to do the wet work so far. We'll see how that goes over. Yeah,
The,
the assassination, the
yeah,
hitman, the
hitman work,
hitman.
yeah.
Magda said her food was just delivered. Rice noodles with barbecue pork.
Yum.
If you weren't hungry before. Jean read The Night Circus like 10 years ago. We're so behind the times.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're not very
gosh.
cool.
Oh, I really like The Night Circus. I loved it, but it's not for everyone. Okay.
That is what I have heard. Yeah.
We're keeping an open mind. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And really like probably the book has an advantage at this point because we're going to read it together and you always know. I mean, I know that the books I read together always get a higher rating than the books I read
True.
with just myself. So,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
I mean, in general, in
Okay.
general, I feel like I can say that. Sandy
Yeah.
read 2 chapters because she's amazing. Alicia said, I read The Night Circus years ago and I honestly wasn't a fan. I didn't feel like much happened. Okay,
I heard
fair
that was true
enough.
Uh,
about Scarlet City as well,
very
right?
slow.
She's not very.
Amy, what'd you say?
I think we talked at the same
You
time.
both
Sorry.
were talking at the same time. I'm like, wait. Okay,
I said
take turns, girls.
the same as Starless Sea. Like they're both not very plot driven, right? It's
Okay.
about
Yeah.
the mood.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
for the vibes.
that's right.
I
Weather.
like vibes. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
I'm reading A Winter's Promise. What do you
That's
want?
right. You're loving that one, or you're enjoying it, I should say at least.
I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it. Yeah, I'm content with it. Like I really am. I'm not like I don't remember I can't really say like the last time I was this comfortable with a book. Like I will read
Mm,
this thing and like I will fall asleep, but it is not because I am bored. It is because I am in like a very happy reading place. Like I'm just very, very content and I'm okay with it. Like especially with as crazy as life is right now,
Mhm,
like,
mhm.
yeah, I'm fine with it.
That's how I felt about Psalm for the Wild Built. You know, it was like this cozy book that you feel really, it's just such a joy to read, but I fell asleep reading it a couple times because it was just so cozy.
Yeah. It was Song for the what?
A
Wild?
Psalm for the Wild Built,
Oh,
PSAL.
I've seen that book. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that book. Okay. Jean says she's
Mm,
never read The Starless Sea, but she owns it.
same.
Yeah. Speaking of, as soon as humanly possible, uh, I am going to read Strange the Dreamer
I'm
because,
waiting.
like,
I'm waiting
okay,
to be right. That's what I'm waiting for.
well, and what's funny is that Chaz said separately that this is a Danielle book, and I was like,
Mhm.
"That's funny," because Amy said that exact thing, and I was like, "Okay, what does that even mean? Like, if something's a Danielle book?" And he said,
Oh,
let me see if I can find what he said, because when he said it, I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." Okay, he said, "Well, it's very whimsical and atmospheric with strong characters and a cool love story." So apparently, I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." I can see where that
oh,
might be a Danielle book. Oh my gosh. So yeah, as soon as I can, I'm reading that.
yeah.
I'm not gonna put it off anymore. I've had two of my very dear friends say,
Hmm.
this is your book,
It's
girl."
Danielle book.
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's happening. I couldn't get into Mr. Norrell. Tried it for months. Or Norrell. Is it Norrell or Norrell?
I think it's Norel.
Norel.
Norrell. I couldn't get into Mr. Norrell.
I will be interested to see how it goes. It seems like the type of book that I would really like. So I feel like it will be my jam, but
What is that one supposed to be about?
it's the Magician's one where there's like
Oh,
a
okay. Yes. I think that one sounds really good.
yeah, I think so too.
Sandy enjoyed the night circus and has oh, I feel another like read along coming on.
Starless Sea.
We're just gonna read side quest, girls, side quest.
Side quest.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, with your teaching, I think you're almost there
Oh,
and done. Yeah, that's what I would
ready to
say.
teach. Ready to teach. Yeah.
You have 3 terms of internship.
Yeah. A whole, like technically a whole school year. So I get to see all the phases. And the way it works is that the first term I teach twice, like I'm in the class I think all the time, but I teach twice a week by myself for half a day. And then the next term I teach twice a week the full day. And then the third term I teach everything the whole week. So it's like they kind of like slow and then boom.
Oh wow.
So we'll see. I'm not worried.
Jan's Crazy Life says, "Happy Friday, everyone. I made it to 84% in The Hobbit." That's awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
Alicia says, "I use coconut milk, curry powder, and random other spices."
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just like fascinated by this. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Well, there's different types of curries. So there's like Indian curries, but then there's also like Japanese curries, and there's like Southeast Asian curries. Like there's, and they have slightly
Eh,
different tastes based on what they put in with the curry. So like
Yeah,
coconut milk or different types of things that make it more this type of curry versus that type of curry.
I'm just saying, like, what do you put the seasoning on? Because
Oh,
like the curry
okay.
seems to be more of like the seasoning, right?
It's more well, in my it's always like a sauce. Like I've
Okay.
always had it as like a sauce, and you can put it on meats, you can put it on vegetables, you can put it on rice, you can put it in
Yeah. Okay.
pastas, you can put it on
That
anything.
makes sense. Okay. Cool. Hi.
Hey, Jane.
How are you? Good afternoon. I didn't like it because I felt there was no plot. I need a plot. Are we talking about The
Night
Hobbit?
circus. No night
Oh.
circus.
Oh, Night Circus. Okay.
Good clarification.
If I had read the next comment. To me, Night Circus had no plot. I need a plot, so I didn't like it. Okay. Fair enough. Jane says, "I'm really looking forward to Strange and Norrell. I have meant to read it for ages, but it is that book that is so big I kept putting it off. Appreciate the push to read. Yes.
Do what we can.
I like big books. Amy says, that sounds like it would be very beneficial. My student teaching was just a semester, 1 quarter in middle school and 1 quarter in elementary.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So she likes your format. She thinks that'll be good.
It'll all depend on the teacher that I have to work with because it's the same teacher the whole time. And if I feel like I've heard other people have bad experiences, so I'm hoping that I have a good one.
Fingers crossed for
I
you.
hope so too. Yeah, exactly. Amy says, I took over one subject / class period after 2 weeks, and by the end I was teaching everything. Then it started over with the second placement.
Yeah.
Man, that's like trial by fire or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's intense. Wow.
I mean, I'm a pretty confident educator at this point. Granted, I haven't done it every day all the time, but like when I get into classes and I'm working with kids, I'm pretty confident. So, I mean, it probably won't take me too long to feel very comfortable with the kids in the class. And a lot of the teachers, when they see that, they push you to do more and more. So I'll be comfortable with that. But I do
Yeah.
like that it's paced out that way so that you don't feel overwhelmed if you don't feel comfortable.
Do you think the teachers are like, oh, yeah, you're great. Here, like, take over my class so I can have a break?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
They absolutely are like that.
Hey.
Hey, Leanna.
Hey. You're not too late. We're
Never
glad you're
too
here.
late.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Amy says, yes. It will really depend on the teacher you're with. I had great cooperating teachers for the most part.
Yeah. I had one shitty one
Aw.
Really? I think you remember you telling me that.
where I was in the bathroom casually dying because of period cramps being the worst they've ever been. And then she was like,
Oh,
why weren't you there? I was like, I literally couldn't leave the bathroom. And she's like, well, this is unacceptable. And she nearly failed me for the prac.
What a
And
jerk.
then
no.
I
Wow.
had like blue-green bits in my hair previously, but I went and got them covered before prac. But because our prac is like you do a 2-week block, but then you have to make up like 20 or 30 days. You spread it out. And by the end of that time, the color had like my brown had washed out. And so it was peeking through, but it still was fine. I wouldn't show up to a job interview with hair like that if I were you.
Ugh.
This was at the only Seventh-day Adventist private independent school that I ever did a placement at, and wholeheartedly will never teach in the private sector, even if they paid me significantly more than a public, which they do.
I've heard a lot about. Well, here private schools don't pay more than public schools, and I've heard a lot of people talk about private schools and how much they don't enjoy working at them as teachers because there's a lot more issues. Not always. That's not always true. Some people have enjoyed it, but like then they don't pay more. So it's like what is the incentive?
Like I don't believe that the church should be part of the school's system. They should be separate. And we had morning prayer. Then before recess and after recess, we would do another prayer before lunch, after lunch, at the end of day. And then they had a 2-hour sermon every Friday. And then had religious studies for half an hour every single morning. And I was like, this is not how my moral compass aligns, and that's okay.
Yeah, too much. So, well, and that's good to know. It's good to know right off the bat that that's not a good fit.
100%. Yeah. And it was like, all right, yeah, that's just not how I function.
Right.
Glad that this works for you guys, but I'm a scoot over here to the public sector.
Yeah. And here they do pay more in the public schools. So I wonder why that is. Like, and it's interesting that it's the opposite there. That they pay more at the private schools there. Where you are, Paige.
Yes.
Amy says that her cooperating teacher was like that. The elementary placement made sure she had a student teacher for the first quarter and the last quarter so she could relax more.
Bless her.
It's the benefit, right, of having students
She
in
might
class.
be onto something, man. Uh, Alicia says, I wanted to go to school for teaching, but out of state tuition is ridiculous. And then life happened and never went.
That happens.
Yeah.
Life gets busy. Just
And
happened to
then
be in
Things
the
do
right
not
what is
always go
this
according
out
to
of state
plan.
tuition?
Let's just be very clear. What'd you say, Paige?
I'm like, what is this out of state tuition? We just go to uni and then we have our HEX debt and then it just pays off as we work. Or if we don't earn over 50K, then we never have to pay it back.
Yeah, that doesn't
Wow. I
happen
was
here.
going to say, oh,
If you go to a college out of your
that
state,
is
unless
quite the setup.
yeah.
That is
So
nice.
if you go to a college out of your state, which I avoided when I went to Texas to UT because I lived there for a year and worked there for a year before I started school. So you have to get residency in that state beforehand. But if you don't, the out of state tuition is so incredibly expensive, like way more than like if you're paying like in some schools you pay $9,000 a year for tuition. And these are the cheap schools, mind you, Paige. If you're out of state, it's like $20,000 for out of state. Like it's so much of a difference. But in California, all the schools are $20,000 starting a year in state. And
She
then
has
like
no
private
words.
schools, especially like the Ivy League private schools on the East Coast and Stanford, they're like 70,000 a year. Maybe not 70, but like 60, 70,000 a year, something like that.
I've done a master's degree and a double degree as my undergrad, and my HEX debt is 60K. That's it. That's all I have to do.
Yeah.
That's it. For what? 2013. Like for 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Fun.
Concerned.
It'd be different.
It'd be very different. Because like we watch these
Just
American movies and it's like
just summarize.
gotta save for our tuition, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah. It's not cheap.
Oh.
Not paying
Here,
more.
parochial schools do not pay more, but I really enjoyed my parochial experience more than my public school system.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, definitely. Some people have had much better experiences, and that's good to hear.
Yeah, 100%.
Can somebody read that for me?
I think
did
it's the
day
same.
in
I lived
lived in either.
here.
Oh, here. I did that in Virginia
Lived
too.
and
I lived in either here for a year and applied, and they still changed me for out of state because I didn't have my license changed for a year.
Lived and worked.
worked. Lived and worked. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that is a big deal. You have to look like you're a resident, and
Oh
that's
gosh.
probably something they didn't tell you, but they told us that during our orientation thing. The guy was like, even like, there's 3 ways you can become a resident in Texas State. You can buy a piece of land, and he's like, and some people sell like a foot of land that you can actually purchase for reasons like this. You can own a business in Texas. Like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not doing that. Or you can work for a year. And I had been working anyway. I went back to school as a much older person. So had been working for a long time anyway. So I just found a job doing accounts payable work, and I got a job for a year, and then I was a resident. So then I applied, and I got much, much cheaper. I mean, huge, huge difference. Yeah.
My brain is like,
Yeah, it's expensive.
Amy says, I've just happened to have a bad experience in the public school teaching, but that absolutely could have just been the district.
That was me my
Yeah.
first year out. And that
First and
was
last?
the district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our textbooks are like $150 a pop.
Oh yeah, ours are pretty expensive too.
Wait, what is
10
that in American?
But that's more than ours. Well, no, some of our like math books are $150.
Yeah, that's 100 USD.
Yeah. Some of our math books and science books can be really, really expensive. I'm at a point now where I'm high enough in the program that the teachers are just asking us to get little books. Although my math book is expensive. That was $100. I forgot to mention there's 4 ways that you could become a Texan. You could also marry a Texan. He did say that. That's right. I forgot about
One of
that.
the first things he said.
That's right. You could marry a Texan. And I was looking around like,
I'm good.
that didn't happen.
What are my options?
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
line them up. You ready to read again?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Sounds good.
Have fun.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me now?
Oh, no, I can hear you.
I still hear the birdies. Hang on, let me turn them off. Oh, there we go. Woo.
Hi.
I had to pick up the Times Convert for a second because I was like, I'm going to fall asleep. I have to do something. I needed to.
How'd that
I'm
go?
up. Oh,
Sorry. Go ahead.
you go.
No. Do it.
I was just saying I'm up to editing roll 7 out of 13.
That's very good.
What?
Good job. Good job.
Yikes.
It's awesome.
Wow.
So I'm an idiot. So, I requested a book on NetGalley because the cover definitely intrigued me, and then
This is already funny.
I've like talked about it in the video as a cover request because if the cover was what drew me in. I just realized what the cover actually was, and it wasn't what I originally thought it was. It's a lot more chill. So that's the cover. I thought it was Lady Bits. It's a fish.
I was going to say, it looks like the insides of a fish.
Yes, that is not what I thought it was.
I think it's meant to look like Lady Bits also, though.
I know, but I didn't even see the fish.
Oh. What do you think was inside those Lady Bits?
I don't know. I was just like, this is interesting.
The truth about everything.
It's like her parents are a doomsday cult.
I mean, isn't it appropriate if it's fish and Lady Bits? I mean,
you don't want your Lady Bits smelling like fish, okay?
Oh, I couldn't even see the fish. And then I messaged Ash being like, it's a fish! Like, literally, our message.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, but oh, how cute.
I can't read the green one. I thought it was about
Her biology.
her biology.
I'm gonna need a scrap of context.
Hi, Fitz.
Hey, Fitz.
How are you, dude? Whoa.
Well, it'll be interesting to hear what you think of that book. Now,
I'm reading it next
yeah.
month.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm on page 79 of.
Let me see where I was on the comments. How'd you do on your reading?
I think
I'm on 79 of Hacienda, and this is a good book for this month. Like, it definitely, it's you know, like a lot of Gothic novels take a while to get creepy because they spend time building up the scenery, building up the suspense, building up the mood. It's all about mood. Well, this one gets right into it. Like, it's pretty early on. It gets not right into it, but I mean, like, I'm on page 79, and like, there's been stuff that's happened, so it's pretty, like, it's good for the season. I'm like, hey, all right, good spooky book.
Good. Yeah. I didn't get very much farther in mine. I read.
Did you?
But...
Oh, you started reading. How far did you get in Times Convert?
Oh, I just read the first page. I just wanted to
wet your palate.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
And
like,
how'd you spell it?
who's Freya? But I guess I'll get this figured out.
Yeah.
I don't know who said like she makes sure to over explain, so I'll get it figured out.
Yeah, she'll give all the information. Deborah Harkness does.
Jean said, when I was a kid, the Catholic schools had smaller class sizes and more help in classrooms. Now there's only private schools that are like that. Just continuing on our
Yeah,
conversation
conversation.
from earlier. Oops.
Oh, okay. So
Private school
just in the U.S.,
teachers
get
get
that.
paid more here. I honestly don't know. It would make sense to me if the private school teachers got paid more here.
They don't
Before the
though.
pandemic, teachers were striking for better pay and smaller class sizes, but the provincial has thrown that out, and now classes are 34 kids and more, which is just great.
Community.
But yeah,
Oh, she's
You
trying to say.
can't.
Paige must have sneezed.
I
That-
scared the crap out of myself when I sneezed.
Are you scared of your own sneezes?
It was very aggressive, and I wasn't expecting it.
I liked
Everybody's
the little
loving that.
farmyard timer. That was cute.
I'm glad you got it up and
Halfway
running.
through chapter 1 of Times. Oh my gosh, did I do it right?
You did good.
Are you liking it, Jean? Amy said, I read 13% of Kittens, Cupcakes, and Complications. I'm almost 50% done. I was supposed to be done with it yesterday. Oh, well, you're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing good.
You're getting there.
Nice.
Jan's making progress.
Nice.
I think I got through 20 pages or so. I just don't. I mean, all this is making me think of is like my time working at the OBGYN office and like bacterial vaginosis and like how that's like very distinct like
Yes.
symptom is like I'm like no. Just no. No. No fishy. No. I didn't see a fish. I thought it was a robotic. Oh, well, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I originally thought.
Like a cyborg. Like, yikes. I read 14 pages and started some bread dough.
I want to be like Ruby when I grow up.
I
Me
tell you
too.
what, this girl is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Magda says, I've got 6 hours left in Times Convert. We'll finish it
Nice.
tonight. Awesome.
Nice.
Only read a few pages. I'm right there with you. I was with you and had a moment of who the heck is Freya? Oh, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. What's funny is that there's a Freya in A Winter's Promise too. And I was like, wait.
It's not a very common name
so
either.
Confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which book did I pick up? I thought I switched over.
I did. Yeah, that was exactly my thought. I'm like, wait a minute. I must really be tired.
How are you feeling there, Danielle? You're losing steam?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, I'm tired, you guys. I don't think I'm gonna make it another one.
You've even supposed to have fire pit.
Yeah, I'm still supposed to go out to the fire pit. I've been up since 5:30 a.m. Like, yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Jean says I'm liking it.
Got here just in time for us to finish out.
Oh, jeez. We sorry. I'm sorry. These girls could keep going, but I'm like, I'm always so tired.
She's tired.
I'm always so tired on sprints. Jean says, "What? Yeah, this is a very good question. I don't think we've decided.
We haven't decided. It's not going to be the first. Would you say you can't do the first?
That's homecoming weekend, the first weekend.
So it's not going to be the 8th through 9th, and it can't be the 1st through 2nd because I know Paige has got a wedding she's going to. How about the 15th, 16th?
Let us see.
Just say yeah.
Or 14th, 15th, rather, would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay. So, Jean, it's going to be the 14th. Well, for you, Jean, it will be the 14th of October. For anybody, any of my Aussies, it's going to be the 15th of October.
When do we want to do mid-months?
That's going to be on your channel, right, Paige?
Sure.
21st? Or we could...
Yeah.
Does that work for you at all, Danielle?
For what now? The 14th?
The 21st, the mid-month sprints.
Oh. I don't see why not. I don't have anything on that day yet, so that's fine.
Cool.
Whose channel is that going to be on?
That's going to be on Paige's channel.
Okay.
And then I'll do the last month. Cool.
Sounds good.
Oh, this sounds lovely.
Uh-oh.
Mittens, you say?
October 21st, eyes. What's happening then?
Oh, are we overlapping something? Probably. I have no idea. Might be going to Singing on the Rain.
Ooh.
We both said, ooh. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry, Jean. Yeah, that's where it's kind of the beginning of October is a hard beginning of the month for us all. So, for you, Kayla's comment.
So is that like your birthday?
I think it's just her favorite day of the year. I'm so worried. It's like, what is October 21st that I don't know about? There's a lot happening in January.
Kayla, is that your birthday? Oh my god. What the heck?
What are you laughing for? That's so evil.
Evil.
I should probably message Naomi back, hey.
Naomi.
You know we're still live, right, Paige?
Yeah.
Kayla, I don't have your birthday. I'm putting it on my thing right now.
I told you guys. Told you.
What?
Okay. I'm writing it down too. Okay.
October 21st. Cool. Happy birthday.
Down.
So I'll tell you how to
Sounds like a good day to me.
Yeah.
You don't need to move it for me.
But
we would.
I know. Exactly.
Aww. Aww.
Yes, of course it is.
We love you.
Why would you cry?
We love you.
Okay, so we got that. We got to figure it out. So everybody, 14th, 15th.
Okay. Yeah, we're committed. We should be committed.
Second. For
you have Ruby's birthday on there? Everybody?
Ruby's told me. No. I have Bailey's. I know Bailey's birthday, but Ruby never told me.
She's like, blushing.
But I know Bailey.
Okay.
Talk about
Oh my
Bailey's,
gosh,
I
come
don't
on.
know Ruby.
Here we go.
We can't end this until Ruby tells me.
Monday, the 26th of October.
Oh, of this month.
All these October babies. Oh, of this month?
No, it's this Monday.
Oh, it would have to be this. Oh, dang, girl. Oh.
Dang it! I
Ruby,
didn't know that, Ruby.
we're gonna have to have more notice than that.
Happy early birthday!
Happy birthday! I'm putting it down on my calendar. Woo!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh man, so many birthdays.
Wait,
Devils,
why do I have what?
laughing faces.
I have
What's
a
wrong?
live on the 8th.
The bread is for your birthday.
but
We're
I
gonna
don't
do the
know.
live on the 8th, but remember, we were supposed to do the live for Times Comfort on the 8th, but then Danielle has homecoming that weekend, so we can no longer do it that day.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't remember writing it in. That was
Oh.
the more confusing thing.
Birthday.
That would be shocking.
September babies.
Yeah, Amy's birthday's just happened a little while ago.
Yeah, I think Amy and Mark have the same birthday.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You guys do anything special?
I made a carrot cake.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds good.
Mm-hmm. And we went out to eat. I can't remember where we went. I don't. My brain is mush.
I'm hung up on Naomi now.
Huh. So weird.
Yeah,
Weird stuff is happening.
very. Happy late birthday!
Okay.
All birthdays now.
Should I sign us off? I'm just
Yes.
like sitting here like somebody else is gonna do
I'm gonna fall asleep.
it.
Going for the fire.
Did I go? September birthdays. Hang on. Don't. Happy birthday, Kayla and Amy. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We had tons of fun as usual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go pass out now.
Thank you for hosting.
We'll see you.
Yay.
We'll see you. When is the next thing we're seeing you on?
The October
14th.
We'll see you in the Discord.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Comment.
Please do show your faces in the Discord. That would be excellent. You are so welcome. Bye, Shaza. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are also welcome. Okay. Good night.
As long as she doesn't fall asleep in the fire. All right.